The CMA Awards are always a huge night for country music, but this year, the performances weren't what had everyone talking. The real jaw-dropper was Keith Urban stepping on stage for the first time since his split from Nicole Kidman in September.
Please welcome the one and only Keith Urban!
Keith popped up in the opening bit with host Lainey Wilson, performing his classic Where the Black Top Ends. And listen, if he was hoping this would be his big comeback moment, well, social media had other plans. People weren't even debating his performance. They were still processing him being there at all.
I'm very in the moment.
One person on X literally said, "Sure didn't think Keith Urban would show up at the CMAs, to be honest." And someone else, "Not so subtle. Boo Keith Urban." And then there were fans who were still heartbroken over the divorce, especially with those swirling rumors about Keith and guitarist Maggie Baugh. One commenter summed up the internet's mood perfectly. "I need Nicole Kidman to tell us why she left Keith Urban." And judging by the comments, people are invested. But even if Keith had delivered the performance of a lifetime, it still would have been a tough crowd, because just days before, he walked straight into another controversy. Over the weekend of November 15th, Keith made a surprise appearance at Mar-a-Lago. Yup, Donald Trump's Florida estate. He performed at a fancy dinner hosted by Australian billionaire Anthony Pratt, and the president was there too. You can imagine the speculation, people wondering if Keith was suddenly getting political, or if this somehow tied into the divorce. One Instagram user didn't hold back. "Grounds for irreconcilable differences. Good move, Nicole." And then things got even messier. Keith performed Pink Pony Club, Chappelle Roan's song about a queer woman finding acceptance at a gay bar, a bold choice considering the audience. He's covered it before, and on the Intimate and Interactive podcast, he said he connects with the idea of finding a place where you finally belong, but critics weren't buying it. One person joked about wealthy Republicans listening to a song about queer go-go dancers, while another pointed out the irony, they consume the art while condemning the artists. Still, at least one fan thought Keith knew exactly what he was doing, saying he low-key trolled the MAGA crowd and gladly took the paycheck. Honestly, interpret that however you want. But Keith wasn't the only one having a rough night. The CMA red carpet had its own list of fashion misses, and some of these looks had people squinting at their screens. Leanne Rimes showed up in a gown that looked like a faded prom dress fused with a curtain panel. Gorgeous woman, wrong color, wrong fabric, wrong everything, and it didn't stop there. Haley Khalil floated in wearing what can only be described as a galaxy-themed weighted blanket. All that swirling metallic material was so overpowering that it completely swallowed her. You could barely spot Haley under all that shine. Then came Mackenzie Porter, whose dress looked like gift bag tissue paper, holographic tape, and leftover craft store scraps all teamed up and turned themselves into a gown. The result? Very much holiday wrapping gone rogue. Ben Johnson and Lauren Conklin kept the streak going with outfits that looked like they were picked out during a power outage. His denim and brown patchwork screamed thrift store clearance energy, while her corset paired with a totally different skirt felt like two separate events stitched into one. It was the definition of "we tried separately." And finally, Lacey K. Booth arrived in a look that wandered straight out of the lingerie aisle. Lace, cutouts, gloves, leg warmers tucked into her shoes. The whole outfit felt like it got lost backstage and somehow ended up on the red carpet. Comparing this year to 2024 feels almost unfair. Last year's ceremony set the bar sky high. So let's go back for a moment and revisit what made the 2024 CMAs such a standout. Hosted by Luke Bryan, Peyton Manning, and Lainey Wilson, the event truly lived up to its reputation as one of the biggest nights in country music.
Y'all ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Now, let's relive the highlights that made it unforgettable. The awards started strong as Morgan Wallen was crowned Entertainer of the Year. This win cements his position as one of country music's biggest stars.
I'd also like to thank my good Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, my family, my close friends, my band, my team in Nashville, country radio, and everyone who has shown me grace along the way.
Over in the Male Vocalist of the Year category, Chris Stapleton reminded us why he's a vocal powerhouse, snagging his 8th win in this category. Yes, 8th. And Chris didn't just stop at one win. His track White Horse dominated the night. earning both Single of the Year and Song of the Year. Not only did he sing it to perfection, but he also wrote it. Is there anything this man can't do? Meanwhile, Lainey Wilson continued her stellar rise, taking home the Female Vocalist of the Year award. She's unstoppable, and we're loving every moment. For Album of the Year, Cody Johnson's Leather took the spotlight, praised for its heartfelt storytelling and widespread success.
There's very few moments when, in your career and in your life, the Ric Flair feels appropriate, but woo!
Speaking of rising stars, Megan Moroney was named New Artist of the Year. She's officially country music's next big thing, and we can't wait to see where her career takes her.
I mean, I have to pinch myself. My younger self is absolutely freaking out.
The night wasn't just about fresh talent. It was also about honoring legends. George Strait, the king of country, was celebrated with the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award. The tribute performances were pure magic, with Lainey Wilson, Parker McCollum, Miranda Lambert, Chris Stapleton, and Strait himself delivering heartfelt renditions of his timeless hits. Jamie Johnson's performance of Give It Away during George Strait's tribute was nothing short of powerful, and it came with quite the backstory. Just 2 days before the CMAs, Jamie was released from jail after being arrested for drug possession and speeding. But if anyone thought that drama would slow him down, think again. Jamie took the Bridgestone Arena stage and absolutely delivered, earning praise from Rolling Stone for sounding invigorated and triumphant. Sharing the spotlight with Lainey Wilson, Parker McCollum, and Miranda Lambert, he proved why he's a 10-time Grammy nominee. And how about other performances? Kelsey Ballerini brought her signature energy to the stage, while Luke Combs left the audience speechless with his soulful delivery. Jelly Roll gave us all the feels with his emotional performance, and the unexpected yet perfect pairing of Chris Stapleton and Post Malone was a standout moment. Stapleton continues to prove there's no limit to his versatility.
He's a great writer and great artist, and
Thank you, sir.
Everything is, it was a lot of mutual respect in the room, and we just had a big time, and it came out like it came out.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
This year's CMA Awards struck the perfect balance between honoring the past and celebrating the future. Legends like George Strait reminded us of country music's rich legacy, while stars like Megan Moroney showed us the bright road ahead. It's a beautiful reflection of a genre that stays true to its roots while always evolving.